If you are one of those who feel like always behind with your dreams, your goals, your finances, like your death, taking care of your loved ones, you're always behind with something. And how come? 20 years ago, you felt like you are on top of your stuff, and now what's going on? I'm tired. I'm tired of living a tiring life. And how you got here? Because you did not get here overnight. That would punch you in the face and you will have the answer because you just look at the day before and you realize, oh, yesterday I was doing this and now I'm doing something else. That's why I got different results. This stuff is setting up in your mind and in your body over the years. And how you get here? If you decided to live into a super fast world in an industrialized type of country, let's say Western world, this is one of the side effects. So you get the benefits of living a advanced lifestyle with technology, with stuff that you can get right away. You can get money, you can get maybe fake happiness, maybe you can get the dream car, the dream airplane, you can get to travel the world when compared to many other people in the less developed countries. But everything comes with a side effect, and they don't tell you. If you grew up here, you are already programmed to feel this is life, and you have to swim faster than your competitors, because it seems that nobody, I mean, only few will love you unconditionally, which are your family, some of your close friends, and for those you need to do some tests to see if they pass the friendship test. Maybe I don't know. Don't ask them to lend you money. Maybe ask them something that gets them out of their comfort zone. See if they are real friends or they come to you because you set up parties or you, I don't know, you have something in common, so they get something from you. But pretend that you are down, you are into a deep hole, emotional hole or financial hole, and see how many people stick around. So, so your real friends will love you unconditionally, will support you, will hold your hand in your tough times. But for how long? So your family might stay with you in the tough times forever, but not every good friend will do the same. So you need to realize that you need to stay focused and you need to stay on top of your game, and you need to keep working hard. But like I said, it gets very tiring, like an airplane. And like I said, if you grew up in this type of country, you receive social programming that makes you feel like this is the normal. And you look around, everyone is the same. Everyone is struggling with death, with health issues, lots of drug addictions all over the place, and people have to suck it at work. I mean, you have to obey or else. So it's no real freedom for most people. So they get enslaved into different death, into different systems that keep them enslaved. And that's a very clever system. So you work hard, and you realize at some point that the economy is shifting in a way that more and more people are left behind, or more and more people fall off that ladder. Or they fall off this spinning wheel, like a rat wheel, like a some people just like boop, and it's gone. Hey, where is that guy? I used to run with him. I used to commute with him. I used to work with him. We used to compete. We used to maybe have fun. And now, oh, he's gone. Oh, where that guy is? Oh, he went back to his country, or maybe he is into the mental hospital. Maybe he died of heart condition. Maybe he moved to different continent, or maybe he is up somewhere higher up, and I can't see because it's part of different world. And you're still working hard on that spinning wheel, because if you stop, you fall off. Can't stop, can't stop. And it's getting very tiring. If you are 40, 50, 60, or 60, if you make it 60, if you can hold that job, and if you're not forced to retire because you're tired, uh, that means you have a healthy body. And I talk to people left and right, and I hear people are tired. And why? Uh, Maybe the winter blues. And winter goes, summer comes, and same person, tired all the times. Now, there are a number of reasons for that, and I'll touch a couple of those. People who don't receive love, they tend to stay up late onto their gadgets, and that makes them tired the second day. And the cycle repeats, because being tired at work makes the work day very, very hard. It's like, okay, it's not 5 o'clock yet, it's not 5 o'clock yet. I can't wait to get out of the office and go home. And if they work physical labor, that's even worse, because beside the mental tiredness and pain, they have to deal with a body pain and tiring. And uh, some people suffer injuries because they're being tired, or being the nature of the job. So if you are an office worker, and if you are complaining that you are mentally tired, yeah, that means it's only the mind that is bugging you. But imagine that you had to do, let's say, mental and physical work like some technicians do. In my case, I do that. That's why I can tell you from experience what it is to stay up late, to play on the gadgets, and to be silly with your health. Good thing that we have weekends. But some people need more than a weekend in order to recover. And if we look at people like after Christmas or holidays, or even after uh, their vacation, let's say they have 2-3 weeks vacation a year, and they come back, and you look still tired. Maybe better, but 4 or 5 days later, back to being tired. So even taking breaks or days off from work don't get them better, because the body is into a mode of chronic fatigue, and not only the body but the mind. So how you fix those things? So like I said, there are a couple of reasons that people get into that. But first, it's doing what you don't like, or what's not for you. What's for you, likely you like. Why? Because it matches your desires, your dreams, your passion, it's part of like a hobby maybe, or if matches your genetics, which which gives you the emotional balance, content, and so also the physical aspect of the body. So when you do something with your body and the mind, emotions, that is in tune with that work you do, it makes it easier. It makes it easier for the body and for the mind. So you don't have to readjust your body and the mind to the work you do. That's why kids, when they try to find a hobby or a game or some sort of activity to do, they try this and that if they have that freedom. If they are not kids like lots of kids being pushed to do certain things that the parents think it matches the kid needs. Yeah, if those kids have the freedom to choose, like I had, good for them. Then they keep trying this and that until they find something that they really, really love, and they stick with that. And eventually, the wise ones will make a job out of it, like their work. So they will be that good, that passionate, that they want to do that for the rest of their lives because they know they can contribute that way. They feel good. They those 8-10 hours a day, and they still make some money. So that's the good outcome for the mind, body, and for the pocket. But there are lots of people who do something just because they have to stay afloat, which is counterproductive. And so, if you do something that is not for you or you don't like, it will get you tired because it's a natural mechanism that the nature wants you to do something else. Like it will make you shut down somehow until you will make a different choice. It's like, let's say you found a life partner. At first you thought it's you have something in common, but later you realize, kind of I need to add lots of oil, lots of lubricant, not on the genitals, but on the relationship itself. And you get tired of keep adding that lubricant to make it work better or stop squealing. And so that's with so eventually you will quit that because like I said you get very tired. So that with stuff that you don't like, so you better find your tune. So let's say if you cannot quit that job because you have some other obligations, then maybe 4 5 hours a day after work find a hobby, maybe play piano, maybe not watch a movie is kind of just for entertaining your mind and getting some dopamine, but do something that you make you feel significant, you feel good about yourself, and gives you that feeling. It is like a wow, some emotions. So today I listen to some music, and I do that. And I was very tired. I was very tired because my first day after Christmas, and we had like 4 days of something of break. And yesterday I've been to gym, not to gym, to do some exercise, and I pushed my limits a bit. And today was I was aching. I was really aching. I was not good. It was not good. And I thought I need some painkiller. I took the painkiller, and once the pain went away almost completely, I started listening some music, and the music got me into mental or yeah, emotional orgasms. I don't know how to describe it. Like I was crying, like a tearing coming off my eyes. It was like shaking my body. Like it was so much uh, emotions. Was really powerful emotions, and it was I was feeling really good, and it's not like a unique. I do that sometimes when I listen powerful music for my mind and music that I connect with. And if the body does not bug me, if like the body is quiet, is mind its own business, then I'm getting a good cry, and it's really relaxing and releasing all the tension and the stress. And I know some people try that. They are packed with stress. They try, but they can't do that. They can't because they probably don't know how to do it. And so I use that, and now I'm super relaxed. That's why I'm talking like with this relaxed voice. Now, another thing is if you did not heal your emotions and your anger, if you still have to deal with these thoughts, pressing thoughts about your finances, and coming back, I'll come back, but I'll jump to the economy. I saw this trick being played out. They adjust the fuel prices, and fuel prices will dictate almost every other resource, including food. And everything goes up, and people don't get more money at the workplace. So almost everyone is left behind. So they have to run faster on that spinning wheel. They have to put more effort. Some people have to get two jobs, and I know that. And otherwise, they feel squeezed out. If they don't have their own home, they have to move somewhere else. So you might be fortunate if you still own a home, but lots of people feel like, okay, in order to pay my mortgage, I need to make this much money a month, and I'm not making that. So I'm going slowly into debt because these guys, the banks, adjusted the mortgage on their own terms. They did not consult it with people. People have to swallow it, and now it's panic for lots of people, and lots of people live in panic mode. And if they have some other older issues, let's say being tired all the times because of their life, or being tired because of the I don't know, some emotional or medical problems. But medical problems don't come first unless you injure your body, like you bang your head on the wall and you injure your body, and yeah, that's comes first. But why would you bang your head on the wall unless you have an emotional problem? Or comes with an accident, so someone hit you for some reason, or maybe you got into a car accident. But why car accident comes first in the first place? Generally, is because of your karma. You attract those energies. Nothing is um, random here on this life. Everything has a reason. So maybe you think you've been the wrong time, wrong place when someone hit you, like it happened to me. I got rear-ended, and I'm still suffering of pain. But that could be my karma, and I don't blame anyone. But since I live into a country where the insurance company have to pay me for my pain and suffering, okay, I'll take advantage of that. But otherwise, it's all me. So that is a medical problem caused by an accident, which is still caused by myself. Right? So I've done that. I've done something in the past, a sin or something silly, and I deserve to get some suffering. You don't have to believe in that. So let's say you get the medical problem first, then the emotional comes later. So that's kind of rare, but usually it's the emotional, then the physical problem comes. And if you have an emotional problem and they get you tired, or you don't love your life, you don't love your I don't know, yourself, your workplace, or you deal with, I don't know, bullying neighbor, bullying spouse, bullying parents, right? So you could have disconnections in your life that make you feel insignificant or hurt your emotions. So it starts with a mind, suffering mind, then the body follows. Because you will neglect your body, you will stay up late to feed your needs for dopamine, which actually you're seeking love, but you get dopamine from your body. And you are tired the second day, then it piles up with tiredness of not doing what you love, not being in a right relationship, or being just tired of trying to make up the energy to pay your bills, your or to make up the energy to take care of your family, take care of yourself. So that amount of energy is required. It's a bare minimum amount of energy that's required to sustain a decent life. If you put less energy, you will get a lesser quality of life. But because you were set to believe in certain normals and you were given reference points here in this society, you don't want to give up to your standards because you also set some standards because you have some reference points, your friends, your neighbors, your bosses, someone at work. So you have to compare it to someone in order to feel who you are. That's the way they make you believe. So instead of you looking in a mirror, learning about yourself and who you are, so you compare yourself to who you are, who you want to be, who your dreams. They make you compare yourself to someone else, like, and they raise the bar all the time. They put models on TV, so you want to be like that person in order to be happy. Look, this chick on the screen is smiling, she is happy, she is dressed like that, she is smoking this, or these people own the house or own this car. Look at how happy they are. And unhappy people always seek ways of feeling happy and loved. And they try either buying status, buying this and buying that, hoping that the happiness comes with those. So it's getting very, very tiring. And so can take the break. And now these people who lead corporations, they have teams of marketing who are specialized into a fooling your mind, so or fooling you into buying their products. But their products come with a price. So they fool you, making you think that you will be happier or you will be healthier, you will lose some weight, you will build some muscles, you will be able to buy this dream car, dream boat, or something. So it's something, they sell you emotions. I mean, you don't buy them the emotions, you buy something, but you in turn get emotions that gives you feelings, and you hope that the feelings you get are similar to the feelings you get when you are in love. Because if you've been in love before, you know that feeling. And if you are older now, if you're, let's say, in your 30s, 40s, yeah, you get that feeling less often. Unless you go out and you want to fall in love with someone new, because novelty is also part of the scheme that makes you fall in love, something that makes you feel you grow. Uh, it's a component that it's part of our thinking. So creation, creativity, growth, it's all part of the human evolution. And when you fall in love, it's a trick of the mind that gives you the emotions that pushes you towards progress, towards growing. So you might make kids, or you might evolve into your relationship, you may see something new, you might learn, you might adapt. So all it helps your soul evolve somehow. Even making a kid, by falling in love, having sex, and having kids, it pushes your limits, because having a kid is a challenge, right? And if you don't do that, you decay, or you go down. And there are two ways: you grow or you go down. And when you go down, you go towards death. When you grow, it's towards creation, life, and growth, stuff like that. But the society prevents you, by making people following rules, to fall in love with somebody new. So you need to be stuck with your life partner. So for that, you need to still grow your relationship by finding new things, new activities, new ways, new tricks, new games, something that makes you feel you go somewhere. Otherwise, you go down, and it becomes boring, because it's natural process to disconnect you, unless you are set for dying, if you are retiring or something. But if you are still young and have an active mind, then if you don't grow, you feel the boredom, you or your partner, and you will feel like, I need to look somewhere else, because I feel I want to feel that love. So if you don't feel that love, you will get tired much faster, tired of life. What keeps you motivated? So if you have death, if you have a work you hate, if you have kids you don't like, that's okay. That's okay. So you don't have to lie yourself. I mean, you can lie your friends that you love your kids. If you don't, hopefully you do love your kids, but there are kids that came to this world to not be loved, like unlovable kids. That's true. Not every kid came on this life journey to be loved. Some kids came here for different purpose. Some kids came here to be hated. That's their life journey. It's like maybe karma or punishment or something. So they always go through some suffering, and then they have end up doing drugs because nobody loves them. They don't love themselves, and it's a life of suffering. And hopefully, it's not your life. And you should be thankful if you are not one of those. If you have a beautiful face, if you look good, if you have a healthy body, if you have two limbs, two eyes, ears, you can perform some works, you help others, you should be very thankful or grateful for whatever you got here in this life journey. And so they adjust, back to the finances. So they adjust these prices. You cannot afford anymore to live in the city or to keep your house and stuff like that. So that's an extra pressure on your mind. And all these little things build up. And you think, 20 years ago was different. But 20 years ago, probably you did not have Netflix, you did not have two cell phones in the house, you did not have uh, hydro, you did not have this sewer, you don't. So lots of your expenses were paid by your parents, or you lived in a different part of the town, different area. The economy was different. So all these things changed. We need to adapt with the change. But sometimes the change is set in a way that you cannot catch up, and it's set that way on purpose. So you have to provide more of your mind and body energy, because that one is a valuable resource for others, especially for those who are at the top of the society, who whose role is to control and extort your life force, which is in your energy, your mental energy, your emotional energy, your body energy. So your life force goes out every time you put some work for someone else or for yourself. the the ideal would be to work just for yourself and just pay some tax, so you contribute somehow. You contribute anyway, but the idea is you don't want to contribute to feed the jerks that are here to extort you, like the wolves in the forest. So we need the wolves to keep the lions at bay, or maybe the hyenas at bay. So all these people who are extorting you of your resources are like in the wild. They need to be fed. So you need to give the hyena or the lion its share. So they kind of keep the other predators at bay. But in many cases, you are the prey for many predators, and because these predators, they are in agreement with each other, so they are working in as teams, and you don't know these tricks behind the scenes. So they sell you stuff, they get you into contracts, they get you into deals and stuff like that, because you lack of love and you want to get more and more and more stuff, hoping that you will feel better. But actually you go deeper into the debt. And the consumerism uh, society, it's established this way. So everyone is consuming something, the product of someone else, but at the same time you are being consumed of your energy. So consumerism works this way. Everyone is consuming someone else's energy, but in the end, at the top of the scheme, there are people who are consuming everyone else's little energy, because they are the sharks, they are the people lending money to lending institutions, they are the ones pulling the strings of the market, of the economy. So they know how to set the system in a way that they extort more and more of your energy from you a little bit, from that little bit, for that. It adds up until you are out of energy. So you are forced to go to work just to stay alive. And it's very sad, but I did not make the forest here, the jungle here. The jungle was set by some god, but the people took over. And unfortunately, these people are not with God in their hearts. I don't know, maybe that's the God, and these people work God's plan as an experiment. I don't know. But to me, it looks like in the jungle, and it's kind of cruel to see people pulling the strings of the economy, enslaving everyone by making consumers, because they consume others' work and energy, but a small slice of everyone on this who is part of this consumerism economy, it goes to those who provide even the fake money, the paper money, those who set the trends, the interest rates, and all that stuff. So it might sound a conspiracy theory, but if you're tired, think of this way. Are you part of the consumerism economy? Are you a big consumer or just a small consumer? Look at people who eat less, spend less on entertainment, see if they are that tired. See a note, take a note, see if they are that tired. And compare to those who buy, and have piles of things at home, and goods and products and buy a bunch of services and see who is most tired. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Be safe and healthy, and happiness come from this box. Bye bye.